The only Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 review that I trust in my life. Obviously, from none other than Mr. Matty Plays, one of the most well known. Can't be too hard on them because otherwise no one's gonna give me a review copy. YouTubers that has ever existed. Arguably still kind of better than Luke Steffens and whatnot because, well, these shills are in a league of their own, who's better, who's worse at lying to their audience because you want these deals. But it's gonna be fun. I trust in Mr. Matty, okay? He got burned, and now he's out for blood. The industry is gonna pay.
I've had the honor of putting 20 hours into the game, which I know isn't a ton compared to other previews, but I have a good excuse. I got a really late start. So I got my review code at the same time as everyone else. So everyone was like, yeah, we get a month to play this game. But me, I get about 2 weeks because it took Warhorse about 2 weeks to actually whitelist my account to start playing. So these are my thoughts after really about a week with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I'm excited to share some thoughts with you, ladies and gentlemen, because this is one of my most anticipated RPGs of this year. For those of you who are Mr. Matty OGs, you know we covered KCD 1 a ton. It was one of the rare games we did guides and tutorials on. Yes, even that godforsaken lock-picking minigame, which is much better here in this sequel. But diving into KCD 2, I was surprised by a few things. Overall, if you are looking for more Kingdom Come Deliverance, you're going to love this game. The production value is better. The writing is better. The world is incredible. It's super interconnected. The side quests are well thought out. They've really improved everything. Combat feels very smooth, really good. But I've learned this time around that because it's been so long, really, since KCD 1, that my tastes have evolved, and this game has had to beat me over the head multiple times, make me bend the knee, and just accept what it is. So if you're looking at this sort of as a newcomer, I'll warn you with this. As someone who knows what to expect from KCD 2, I felt it was tough to fall back in love, right? It was that relationship that I was just struggling to remember, why did I like you in the first place? But as you get deeper, you start to understand more of what makes this game special. So I have a lot of thoughts to share.
Okay, so the biggest Kingdom Come Deliverance controversy obviously is the woke stuff. The potentially unskippable cutscene with the gay stuff and whatnot. That, we don't know if it's actually true or not. But yeah, there's a lot that people are, well, kind of expecting from this. A lot that people are worried about. And there have been some slight things that have happened, and I haven't covered those ones, but I have been keeping track. And it is the fact that the publisher seemingly has been, completely yeeted and deleted from this discussion by the people who actually make the game. The CEO did have some crazy outbursts against Rev Says Desu, who actually defended the game for not being woke, and the CEO who made this thing attacked him because he thought that he got attacked. It's some crazy shit, okay? It is some crazy stuff. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm not sure. I'm not in the camp that this is gonna be woke necessarily, but this is definitely do not pre-order and wait until people play this for 1 hour and then see what people say. Definitely that type of game currently.
To share, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here and you're into what's going on when it comes to KCD 2, I'll have a full review out later on, so stay subscribed here for that. But let's just talk from top to bottom. I do want to focus on the pros first and foremost. Really what I love most about this game is how interconnected this world really is. A lot of times when people describe a world being interconnected, they say feel. It feels interconnected, but the difference is KCD 2 truly is. So upon opening up the game, my adventure starts off after a little bit of a slow prologue we'll talk about later. You get to this little hut in the middle of the woods and you're just getting your bearings right now. You think a nice woman is taking you in.
Oh no, this is a metaphor for eating the slop already. Also, did you say that's a woman? Okay, listen, that is someone whose walls are drier than a castle under siege. And, I mean, she wants the pipe.
But later on in the game, I find out about a great side quest that connects to a nearby town, which I was also managing a separate side quest. All these different people, they're not just NPCs inhabiting this world, but individuals with relationships and feelings about one another. It truly is a very believable world. And
That's
while
good.
there are moments in the side content that I'll also highlight here that I was not a fan of, really what this game does so well is that the world actually truly is alive. Like, completely. Everyone has their own little patterns, everyone has their own thoughts and feelings. And
Okay, honestly, Maddie, that does not matter in the slightest, okay? We want to know, is this game going to be woke or not? And, well, that's a kind of a stupid question to ask someone who does not, who's never even, you know, referenced woke to exist, but whatever, right? Anyway, listen, the only question people have about Kingdom Come Deliverance is, if a woman comes up to you and spouts you a lot of stupid feminism propaganda, can you just answer to her, "Shut up, silly woman," and burn her at the stake? Because if not, that's oof. That's bad. That's bad. We're talking about medieval whatever. You should be able to do that. Just saying.
and reactions to things you're doing, whether you're covered in dirt or you're hammered or you're covered in blood, individual reactions to that. So this just is a living, breathing world. It feels like it is a world that you can really bite into. And that's also driven by its gameplay mechanics that you've likely heard about already. What you have here in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is pure realism. This is what I like to call the Dan Vavra special, right? So this is an individual who was really known to be influential in the early days of the Mafia series, where that's a game that, hey, if you're
Ooh.
speeding, the cops are going to go ahead and try.
I liked Mafia. I played this as a kid. We did not get fought in the open world shit, but it was fun. Did finish the story. Don't remember it nowadays, but it was fun.
Track you down, right?
Great game.
And that was the little wrinkle that made Mafia so special for myself and others on top of its amazing.
Yeah, but then like Mafia 2 or Mafia 3 came out, and one of them was really bad.
Intimate stories. And you get a lot of that flavor here in Kingdom Come Deliverance in this fan.
Dude, I still remember the original Mafia start, the first mission. You're a cab driver, and you pick up this mafioso or whatever. You know, you're not sure if that's a good choice. And then you get them there. He goes in, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna now come out and shoot me and kill me. And no. He gives you an envelope, and that's slowly how you get there. Damn, the story was great for the first month.
Fantasy world. So the realism, it's focused on sleeping, eating, taking care of yourself. Oh, you fell off a cliff. You don't get to just ride down the side of a cliff like it's Skyrim and use all those blocking volumes to your advantage. No, not quite the case here, actually. You're going to slip, and you're going to break your legs, and you're going to get annoyed at only yourself. But also kind of the game is going to be like, why'd you have to punish me? I just wanted to get to that place a little bit quicker, and I was trying to sneak around. But this is what I talk about, the game making you bend the knee, because at first I was getting very annoyed with the game. I'm like, dude, come on, I want to get there a little bit quicker. But you got to check your patience. There's a few things that KCD just demands out of you that I know if you played these games, you already know this. But again, for the newcomers, patience is absolutely number one. And I'd like to consider myself a patient gamer, but when I'm trying to hoof it back and forth between a particular side quest, and I feel like that side quest isn't very good, I might try to take a couple of shortcuts. And this game will make sure you feel the pain of doing that. That's for damn sure. The other thing it demands out of you is your attention. You pay attention to your surroundings, and you start to observe and notice the things I'm documenting here nice and early. Is like, this world truly is alive. But also the realism goes into the iconic sword fighting that you find here in KCD. So it's not just an action game in first person. This is a game where if you're doing a 1-on-3, it's pretty risky. It's a really risky play, unlike other games where it's 1-on-15, you're like, no problem. I mean, each have their own fun factors. I'm not dogging one over the other, but a lot of people prefer this feel because the stakes are so high. Why are the stakes high? Realism mechanic number 40,000. It's the savior schnapps again. So for those who have not played KCD, this is the potion you'll drink to be able to actually manually save your game. Now, this is a have your cake and eat it moment for KCD 2 that happens a few times to, I think, the detriment.
Yeah, Maddie, you're not telling me anything enticing. I'm not gonna lie here, boy. Okay, you're telling me stuff that's kind of like super basic. Are we trying to like avoid things here, or what exactly? This is a lot of nothing. This is very much a lot of nothing. You could have said the world is immersive in like 2 sentences, not 5 fucking minutes.
Of the game, I for one am in defense of the current save system. I loved it in the first game. Now what you have here in KCD2 is something they also had in KCD1: exit saving. You have manual saving. You can sleep in a nice bed and that'll also save the game. And there are times during certain quest steps that the game will also autosave. So it's got all of these different modern design philosophies, except the one thing, which is just being able to pause and save your game. And so while you can go and find a nice bed, you sometimes have to pay for it. And especially in the early goings when you have zilch in terms of groshens, yeah, finding save points is tough. And so what are you going to do? You can go ahead and make fun of me in the comments. I know y'all do it, but guess what? You're going to do it too. You're going to exit save. You're going to exit save to save that progress, and it's going to break your whole experience. And again, if this is focused fully on immersion and realism, I think by knowing that option could potentially be there, because Warhorse has flown too close to the sun, in my opinion, has now led me down the road of temptation where I will exit save because, oh, I've been playing for 2 hours now, and if I die, I lose all that progress. Now, what made me so scared of—
Yeah, this is actually finally decent criticism, okay? Because these type of saves are limited and you need to sleep and do things like that, they're kind of cool, but they can be really, really bad in a lot of cases. One of my favorite examples of it being kind of bad is Fallout 4, when they added the hardcore survival mode where you need to just sleep, and if you didn't save and whatnot. Yeah, it sometimes just sucked. If you didn't play with Palmer Armor, one random Molotov by level 1 enemy will just insta-kill you, because that's just how things work in Fallout 4 and in Fallout in general nowadays. So yeah, you're cooked. Okay? And that's why you needed to save a lot. And saving a lot is kind of stupid because it kind of breaks your whole everything, honestly. So there is good things about this rare saving, but there's also the risk of, oh, 2 hours have passed, I completely forgot about it. Here's something random that happens, or I slip and break my neck, and now I need to redo those 2 hours because of reasons. That sucks.
of that? Well, the first time I fired up KCD2, I put about 3 hours into the game. I saved my game, and I know that for sure because when I loaded up my file, I saw it there. Something happened, bug, glitch, I don't know, but nonetheless, lost my save file. Had to start from the beginning. We all know that pain. It's happened to us at one point or another. And while I had to speed run the prologue, so it was dramatically shorter compared to how it usually is, which was almost 2 hours, it was still a complete blow to the gut where I was like, man, that does not feel good. And there's moments in this game where you'll die, you'll lose half an hour of progress. It can be very frustrating in those moments. And again, this is a story about learning to love KCD2. It is extremely unique. It is extremely fun. And I absolutely recommend, if you already don't have it wishlisted, you should. This is something that should 100% be on your radar. But you also need to be, if I have not made it clear enough, painfully aware that even if you love this type of game, which I did, go watch my review for KCD2.
The realism here, that was so great. Look at all these houses and tents and shit. That is real.
KCD1, that this game will remind you who's the big dog in town, and they're going to beat the hell out of you. Another major improvement, though, is I noticed over the years, and when
a little bit of Jedi mind tricks right there, though, you know, not even that bad, you know.
Over the years, and when I did a little bit of a replay for KCD1, that a lot of people love the characters in this series. Now, I remember when I finished KCD1 the first time around, Henry was charming, Hans Capon was a little funny, but, you know, it was just kind of like a cool conduit for me to basically play Skyrim for masochists. Now, what you have here in KCD2 is, I think, a much more established set of relationships. Amazing writing. Like, this game is hilarious. I don't want to show you any of the scenes and be like, here, see for yourself, like I have in the past. I want you to experience some of the absolutely incredible laugh out loud moments that this game has. You know how before the launch of KCD2, they had the actors of Henry and Hans going around and getting into all types of shenanigans? It's a really great depiction of what you can expect in the main story. It has a lot of heart. It's a lot of fun. Like, what trouble are we going to get into now? How is this going to go? Unexpectedly terrible. But there's emotion in it too. I do really feel like this is going to be a story we talk about for.
I'm sorry, did he just get maced in the head and that was a main protagonist? Or what?
There's emotion in it
Look.
too.
Yeah, he dead. Yeah, he dead. No, that was not. No, it's not a main protagonist, but I was like, holy shit.
I do really feel like this is going to be a story we talk about for a while.
Yeah, you ain't surviving a mace to the head.
If the early indicators are anything to go by, because it really is authentically funny. It is well acted. I think the motion capture is brilliant. I do even think that the character models look way better. Like, this just feels like no longer is this the kind of ambitious Kickstarter project. They took those 8 million copies sold and poured it all into this game. And I think it's well worth it, because this feels like Kingdom Come Deliverance truly realized. I don't feel like the first game felt compromised, but this second game just feels unhinged. Now, why is that, you may be asking? Well, I've already broken down a lot of the mechanics you're familiar with, but it really does come down to these side quests once more I gotta return to. It's
okay. I mean, kind of sounds good, doesn't it, to a degree, right? I mean, what am I supposed to say? This seems currently, I don't know. But again, it's Matty. He would not say the bad things, you know, if they were of a woke nature. He's gonna completely ignore them. So I wondered, well, what are the bad sides about this game? The saving was kind of badish. Let's see if he says anything here.
like I got a free bath out of it, because sometimes I'll go there, I'll rest, I'll have my wounds tended to, and I'll be good to go, and I'll have a full health bar. That's cool and all. But for me to spend like 2+ hours on a side quest just navigating this world only for that kind of payout does feel a little bit cheapened, I have to say. And what you may notice that's different from other previews I've done in the past is that I'm a little, I can admit it, non-committal in this video. I'm not sitting here telling you everything's incredible or everything's bad. I'm in the middle because a lot of this game has yet to be seen. There's
Oh, look at that! They even have this. You know, you had these shit. You used to have these shitty fences in Europe, but you had still the main gate kind of that you were supposed to go through if you were a visitor or something like that. Sometimes you didn't even have the fence. You just kind of had the main gate. Culture, America. Do you fucking have that? No.
middle because a lot of this game has yet to be seen. There's multiple open world maps. It's got that Witcher 3 moment for sure. There's a lot of character development to be seen.
Okay, yeah, he's not telling us any information that we need to or want to know. Oh, Maddie. Oh, that is so insane. This is a lot of I'm gonna tread the line so hard, okay? Damn. If Luke Stephens is doing a review for this, it's probably gonna have more fucking meat on the bones than this. This is a lot of super overall things. Like, for example, this is my phone. It has a touch. You can put your fingers on it and you can feel the touch. It has a camera doohickey thingy. The camera has camera options, but I don't like using cameras sometimes, so the options are whatever. This is so much. This is so much nothing. This is so much nothing. How do you live your life with so much nothing? I'm spiraling currently into an existential crisis after watching this video. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Maybe there's a save in the last 5 seconds. You know, maybe it's one of those Act Man moments where, you know, bad title video bad, and then he says like 3 bad words in the end.
Rule number 1 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. But overall, I find myself enjoying it. There's moments though, I hate this game. Not in the
Okay. Moments that he doesn't like. What are these moments? Traveling and not saving, I guess, which doesn't tell me a lot. The story's great though. Okay, that's kind of good. I don't know, boys. What are we feeling? Is this the literal? Does this video get the Mr. Matty Plays award for literally said nothing but the video was made of odd. Because it kind of feels, God damn it. Wow, this is so much nothing. For 16 minutes, by the way. 16 minutes. Mother of God. Well, thankfully you didn't watch the 16 minutes, but, still, wowie wooba. Anyway, with that being said, that was Mr. Matty Plays 10 out of 10, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.